The economy has been front and center of the 2016 election. So where do Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump stand when it comes to Wall Street? On financial regulation, the presumptive nominees are worlds apart. Clinton favors bolstering Dodd-Frank, the sweeping 2010 regulatory overhaul law, while Donald Trump has vowed to scale it down.
Dodd-Frank has to be either eliminated or changed greatly.
I'm going to defend Dodd-Frank, and I'm going to defend President Obama for taking on Wall Street.
Clinton also favors taking the law further, expanding federal authority over shadow banks like hedge funds. She also wants to impose risk fees on the largest banks and tax certain types of high-frequency trading. Trump has the opposite view. The Republican businessman wants to dismantle or even scrap Dodd-Frank altogether, calling the law a negative force that stifles lending. And rather than add taxes, Trump has advocated for lowering them across the board, including the corporate tax rate.
The regulators are running the banks, and that's why our country, people can't borrow money today.
What about breaking up the banks? Trump has simply said he disagrees. Clinton has taken a more measured approach, saying they should only be broken up if they pose a systemic risk.
There should be no bank too big to fail and no individual too powerful to jail.
One thing Clinton and Trump agree on? Taxing hedge fund managers and Wall Street executives. Both candidates support closing what's known as the carried interest loophole, which allows hedge fund managers to pay less in taxes.
I am sick of multimillionaires paying a lower tax rate than a teacher or a nurse. That is wrong.
I know the Wall Street guys. They make a fortune, they pay very little tax, and frankly, you have to pay some tax.
While both candidates say they would tax carried interest as ordinary income, it's unclear if hedge fund managers would pay more under Trump's tax plan. That's because the billionaire wants to narrow the gap between capital gains and income taxes.